Welcome back, everybody, to the next session of our Gradient League Neon Edition campaign. Today, we are joined by, up in the top left, we've got Toronto Bear as Bri, also Jeremy. Top right, we've got Matt as Jefferson. And then bottom left, we've got Blake as Kieran.
What's up?
And bottom right, we've got Nicole as Josephine. So where we last left off was on the SS Anne. As a full recap of what we were looking at last, was our group of 4 trainers was on their way to Kanto to participate in the Kanto Open, a ceremony and tournament style setup where they have 3 events, and to get your trainer's license, to be able to battle, take on the gyms, participate in contests, you need to be able to have a Pokemon license. And so this is an opportunity for them to be able to attain that while they go on their journey throughout Kanto. Their first round was a Pokemon contest. Each one of them were able to pass that round, with Bri actually coming out as the number 1 rookie across all categories, across the cute, cool, tough, smart, and beauty. Bri had the highest score among every rookie, and as a result of that, he actually has a couple of adoring fans now. From there, they were told that as a little bit of a celebration for the rookies, they're putting on a dinner on the SS Anne, and so everyone went out. They enjoyed themselves on the way there. They had a little bit of a run-in with someone from Bri's past that left him a little soggy going into the dinner. And after enjoying themselves for a bit, each one of them was sort of talking to a couple of the other rookies until disaster struck. And El Champo, Kieran's Pokemon partner, tore the pant leg of a man wearing a very expensive suit, who up to that point he had been very snobby, very snooty, and he kicked El Champo, sending him flying back towards the table where Kieran sat. And that is where we left off. So we're going to unfreeze the frame, and the last thing that was said was, "Whose rat is this?"
I'm gonna kind of quickly rush over there, and I'm gonna grab El Champo and kind of like hold him up. And I'm gonna check him for injuries before I say anything.
He seems to be okay. He's hissing very, very heavily at this person. It's kind
Okay.
of pissed him off.
I'm gonna go ahead and hold him close. I'm gonna turn to the guy and I'm gonna say, that's actually a Sandile. His name is El Champo. I'm sorry, I didn't realize he tore your pant leg. I'll pay for all the damages, but can you please be careful? I think you may have accidentally hurt him.
You'll pay for it. I highly doubt that you have the money to be able to do so. Do you have any idea how much this suit costs? 100,000 Poke Dollars. Have you even seen that much?
I have 50 Poké Dollars. That's a start. I'll make more, I promise.
You're going to need to make up for it. I don't take promises. I take
Oh,
contracts. If you're going to pay for it, I need your word and signature. And he's going to have one of his bodyguards. He's going to snap a finger, and they're going to come over with a small notepad. All right. We're going to need your name, country of origin, and any contact information for a relative who would be able to take on the burden while you pay this off.
I don't really have any living relatives. I have some friends, though. If
Well, then
would
maybe
any
the police would like to hear about this.
well, hold on. Let's not get hasty here. I'm still more than willing to pay for this. And I fully intend to honor that agreement. I'll even sign the contract. I obviously can't manifest parents out of nowhere if they're long since deceased. Um, can we please come to another agreement? Perhaps one of I wouldn't ask my friends to do this, of course, but I can assure you I will pay the 100,000 in full. How soon do you need it?
Immediately. I can't take a transgression like this lightly. Now I'm out $100,000, and you're wanting to make me fit that bill while you come up with the money. That's the problem
Well,
with the poor. You
well,
want
you see,
everyone else to carry your burdens.
Well, not entirely. I mean, it is just a pant leg. I think it kind of suits you, honestly. Maybe it adds a bit of character to the suit. And this is like Kieran not being sarcastic, like he actually just like.
The bodyguard is going to say, "I'm going to have to take down your information regardless."
Of course. I'll give him my information. I'm gonna say, if there's anything you need or any sort of agreement we can come to, I'm more than happy to work with you. But I can't have my friends shoulder the burden, and I don't have any family to do so. So, I will certainly pay you back in time. That's no problem.
What's the name that you put down?
I'm gonna put down. Hold on. Kieran Vaughn. That's the name I'm gonna go ahead and put down.
Okay. And the bodyguard is going to say, "Do you have insurance of any kind?"
I'm gonna like kind of like look to El Champa and like look here and say, we just got here. No, I don't. No, I don't think so. We don't have that. I
Well,
have 50 polka dollars. How much does insurance cost?
we'll serve you the bill. Just keep your ears open and expect a pelipper.
Of course. I'm gonna like kind of like wave to him. I'm gonna like look back to my party and just kind of like give a thumbs up. I'm gonna say, I think that went pretty well.
The man is going to be fuming, and you're going to see the bodyguard's going to go back over to the man and try to calm him down. You'll hear indescript shouting at him as he's being chewed out, um, and the man is going to take the slip of paper, look at it, and then look at you, and he's going to hand it back to the other bodyguard, and it appears he's going to leave the area. Not the man in the suit, but one of the bodyguards. He's going to leave with your information.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look down to El Champo. I'm gonna say, all right, buddy, we got to be a little bit more careful in the future. But luckily, he was nice enough to give us a contract. I'm sorry that he kicked you. You must have startled him or something. I'm like Kieran is like entirely believing that this dude is not an asshole and like he's actually like a relatively reasonable person. I'm just gonna like hold him. I'm gonna say, now you got to be a little bit more careful, okay? I don't want you getting hurt because you accidentally startled someone. I'm gonna go ahead and put him back down on the ground.
Alrighty. And what about the other three of you? Let's start with Bri. What are you doing at this current moment? Whenever this happened, whenever that shout rang out, the entire room went quiet. You can see that people are watching to see how that panned out. Um, but what was your reaction to it? What were you doing?
So Bri was probably, hands deep in the gigantic plate of food that he grabbed and was like kind of fork to mouth, just staring, not doing anything, making sure that if he needed to, step up and engage, then he would be able to do so swiftly, but it didn't result in anything violent. So he once the disagreement was settled, he went back to just eating his food.
Gotcha. Okay. And what about Josephine?
I imagine she's kind of in the same place where she's just kind of watching to make sure she doesn't jump in for any reason or whatever. Make sure Kieran's okay.
Okay. And how about Jefferson?
Jefferson was praying, so he is
My prayers have been answered. Oh, yeah.
All right. And what were you saying whenever you were praying?
He was praying for Ho's blessing for the food, and for having met another kindred soul to raising baby Pokemon,
Yeah.
and that the snooty dude is left because he was tired of him talking while he was praying.
Right. So at the table with you is Chandler, the boy with the Axew, and he's going to sort of look over to you while you're praying, squint, his reptilian eyes sort of studying you to see what exactly you're doing, and he listens to the full prayer, and he says, "Do you come from a group that worships Ho-Oh? Like, is it a large group or is that a personal choice?"
Well, it's a personal choice. It's not a relatively large group. I don't think I've never met anybody else that believes like I do.
All right, and what exactly does one do to worship Ho-Oh?
We praise him for all the wins and blessings he provides through the day.
All right.
Thank
Well,
him for all of our chances.
this might be blasphemous to you, but there's a chance that Ho-Oh doesn't actually exist. I mean, I'm a believer that all of the legends of Pokemon are true, and that there are mysterious and legendary Pokemon out there. I've never met one or met anyone who has ever seen one, but it seems plausible. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't exist.
Well, maybe somebody out there should attempt to find out.
Maybe. Maybe. So the four of you, now that the situation with the man in the suit is over with, you'll see that he's going to leave the party. His attire has been ruined, so he doesn't want to be here anymore. But the four of you are still enjoying dinner, and I want to take this time to let you guys get to know each other, as well as get to know some of the other rookies. So there are some rookies that you guys haven't spoken to yet, like in a real capacity. And I can name some of those off if you want to have those conversations. Otherwise, I'll let you guys do whatever you're wanting to do, and whenever you're wrapped up on the SSN, we can move on.
Yeah, can you name off some of the rookies?
Yep. So there's going to be a man who is the man who wears the tactical vest. He's got the yellow tinted glasses. He's got the short cut hair, sort of like a rounded jawline, little bit of facial hair. He looks middle aged, wearing cargo shorts, and he's got that weird pinkish purple blob that sort of sits on his shoulder. You've got a small girl. She's got. Let me get a full description for you. So she has. She looks like she would be from Japan. Short cut black hair, sleeveless orange blouse, tight jeans, sneakers, thick rimmed glasses. Her Pokemon partner might intrigue a few of you. Hers is actually going to be a small stone statue that has lights coming from the eyes, like these glowing yellow eyes. It's blue and gray. Seems to have leather straps tied over it. A little crack going down the side. There's going to be another who you'll actually see the cameraman and the TV host guy. You'll see them on the rookie dinner if you guys wanted to try and approach them after what happened last time. You've got the one who wears the Spanish dress, who was overdramatic with all of her emotions. She's got the small green cat along with her. And then lastly, there is the man that you guys met at the Vermilion Savoy, who is wearing a mishmash of clothing options. It was very, very eccentric.
So question, out of all of them, which one seems the most this is gonna sound really weird, but which one seems the most financially stable that is not the guy that I owe money?
I guess the actress.
Okay.
Maybe her, just based off of appearance.
Kieran wants to like look at at El Champo, and I'm gonna kind of make sure I'm like watching him, and I'm going to go over to the actress, making sure I keep an eye on him. I want to approach the actress, and I want to say, hey, you're one of the rookies in this competition, is that right?
See, yes, I am a rookie. My name is Marcia. I'm from Paldea. And you are?
Of course. My name is Kieran. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hey, so this is very sudden. I don't suppose you have any roles as background characters opening up anytime soon in your I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but you kind of have this air about you that you seem like an actress, and to be entirely honest with you, I'm pretty desperate for cash.
Oh, well, I'm very sorry, but I'm in this competition to get my license, so I can actually partake in some of the contests. The reason that I am here in Kanto is I need to become a great coordinator so I can get the role of my dreams. But for now, I am not one with any connections here in this region.
Oh.
My dream is to become a big star in Saffron City.
Oh. Well, I do hope you achieve those dreams. You certainly seem talented, and you have this elegant air about you. So I do hope you have a wonderful rest of your meal. Kieran's gonna walk away being like, "Fuck."
She's gonna have like a huge smile as you turn and wave to her. You'll see a single tear go down her eye. Again, every emotion she has is over the top. There's no part of her that is just a normal person. What about the other three of you? Is there anyone that catches your eye?
I think the girl with a very interesting Pokemon. I think Josephine's going to try to go over there and talk to her about her Pokemon.
Okay. So she's kind of small. I would say she's
Mhm.
pretty short. She's probably like 5'2". She's sitting alone at her table and eating a salad. And you'll see that she's got a quill that she's writing down in a book with. She'll cross out a couple of things and then continue writing. And she actually doesn't even realize that you approached her. There are quite a few people here, but she doesn't look up whenever you get up close to her.
Mm. I'm gonna notice she doesn't really notice me, so I'm gonna be like, "Excuse me, is it okay that I sit here?"
She's going to jump, and you'll see a big streak of ink go across the paper that she was writing. Oh my God! Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can sit here. That's fine. You scared me.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to mess up whatever you were doing here. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Is it okay? Like, was it something important?
It's just a rough draft I'm working on. And she's gonna look down, and
Mhm.
she frowns a little bit, but she'll gesture to the seat. You're fine to sit there. That's okay.
Josephine's gonna take a seat and she's gonna try to be super chill about looking at this girl's paper, and she's gonna be like, "What were you writing, if you don't mind me asking?"
So it's a story that I've been working on. It's not very good or anything, but I've I've been trying to work on something that's really scary. Um, and you'll see that she'll turn it around to you, and from what little paragraph you can see, she's several pages in. This isn't like the first page or anything, but
Mhm.
the page that you're reading appears to be a novel about someone being hunted by a haunter. She's a horror author.
Oh. So, I'm just gonna like read over that little paragraph as best as I can, with the streak there and everything. And I'm gonna look over her and be like, "Oh, but this is actually pretty good. I really like this. I don't know many writers, so it's really cool. I like this."
Really? And she'll look down at it and put it back in front of her and say, well, thank you. It's like I said, it's still a rough draft. It's not ready or anything, but um, no, you didn't mess anything up. I was gonna have to repin it all anyway. I've already scratched out a couple of spots where I had misspelled some things. What are
Mm.
you here for? I mean the license, of course, but why are you here?
Oh, I'm actually on a trip. My cousin, she actually sent me a letter to come see
Oh.
her, so yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm here to try and get inspiration for my next book. I've been working on this one, and I know how it's going to end and everything, but I'm missing a twist, and so I'm hoping that I can try and get some sort of inspiration. I hear that Lavender Town has quite a few ghost stories about that place.
Oh, interesting. Do you mind telling me your name? Maybe I've read something that you've written.
Yeah, my name is Queenie.
So cute, actually. Oh well, I'm Josephine. It's really nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. And you two will begin chatting up a little bit. Bri, who are you speaking with, if anybody? I remember you were at the same table as Kieran last time.
Yeah. So Bri, seeing the camera guy, is just going to casually walk over there, trying to be unnoticed. And as soon as he gets up right behind him, he's gonna put his arm on both of their shoulders and say, "Oh, what's up, dudes? How you doing?"
They're gonna look as soon as you touch, they'll jump a little bit and look over to you. Uh, can we help you? Says the TV host, and the cameraman is just looking over to you. He doesn't have his camera active. On the table with him is a one-legged owl Pokemon that appears to be pecking a small bowl of sweet corn. And then on the other side, the bunch of the half dozen eggs are like bouncing up and down, and they appear to be like levitating a chicken leg, and each one hops up and takes a bite out of it. I guess we don't know what a chicken is. It's a combustion leg. They're gonna take a couple bites out of it as they're jumping up.
Well, I
But
was just noticing you guys got a really cool aesthetic going on. I really dig it. What are your guys' names?
oh well, thank you. I'm sure you've heard of my name. I come from Goldenrod over in Johto. My name is Rob Offit, glamorous TV host.
Okay,
Uh,
okay, okay. And
Spence
what about
Mason.
what about you?
Spence Mason. Can we help you with anything?
Oh yeah. Like, I just how about that 20,000 polka dollars?
You're gonna see their faces are going to go pale as they recognize you from earlier that morning, and both of them are gonna try and get up from the table. Do you do anything to try and stop them? They're gonna like bolster
I'm gonna
up.
try to push my weight into them, and possibly just try. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna try to push my weight down on both of them to keep them sitting there.
Okay. Can you roll me an athletics check?
See if you can extort them for like 10 more backflips to get 100,000 for me.
Dang! All right. Yeah, with a 17, you've you're gonna hold them down. You'll just push down on their shoulders, and they are stuck in their chair. And Spence is gonna say, "Listen, man, we don't have the money. We're trying to set up a show. You get it, right? Like, I don't actually have the money for you. Neither does he.
Oh, that's totally cool, guys. I appreciate the honesty. Now, what do you have?
We got the Pokemon and a winning smile and some basic video editing skills."
Okay, right on. Do you have any other like possessions, like something of value, maybe approximately
perhaps.
$20,000 worth, maybe?
They're going to both of them are going to be in sweating, but they're going to say, "No, I'm sorry. We're actually here trying to start our career. Rob got fired from his radio job, and we don't have any money right now. We're trying to get our licenses so we could try and earn some money in the battle circuit, but it's sort of a last ditch effort here. I'm sorry, man. We didn't mean it. You're the only person who's been able to do a backflip. You're so different than everybody else."
Well, that's really unfortunate, my guys. Now,
Don't let them flatter you, Barbara.
just out of curiosity, like how much is that camera worth?
Spence is gonna look down at the camera and he's gonna say, "A lot."
Yeah.
Aw.
How did you guys come across the money for that?
I got it from college, and my parents bought it for me. Please don't take my camera,
Okay.
man.
My God, Bri.
Okay.
And Rob is just like gripping the sides of his chair, shaking while looking up to you.
All right. Well, you guys are starting just like me, so I'm just gonna let it slide this time. However, let's just happen to say we cross paths again in the future. Um, a little bit of compensation would be nice.
Spence is gonna be like, "Yeah, for sure." And Rob is gonna say, I actually have a grand idea for you. What was your name?"
My name is Bri.
"Oh, Bri. What a charming name. I have the grandest idea. You see, as Spence said, we're trying to start our own television show, Kanto's Funniest Videos. And if we had some sort of financial backing from someone like yourself, you could see a lot more than 20,000 Poké-Dollars."
Now, Rob,
They're gonna have money from you?
you gotta listen to me, dude. Right? If you're offering me money to do just a simple backflip, what makes you think I have money?
Well, 20,000 Poké-Dollars is no small sum, even for someone who is rich. And if someone could do a backflip and was rich, I'm sure they would appreciate the extra 20,000. I'm just saying it could be a pretty lucrative investment on your part.
How about this? I'll walk away from this deal and not smash your camera. Does that sound good?
He's gonna like suck his lips in and he's like, "Yep, that sounds good." Spencer's gonna, "Don't smash my camera, man." He looks exasperated. He's just like leaning forward.
I hope you guys really enjoy your dinner, and I'll be seeing you in the future. Maybe, definitely.
My God.
I'm gonna give them both a
Jesus
hard slap on the
Christ.
shoulder, and then walk away.
I didn't know this was pastel. All right, Jefferson. Is there anyone you want to talk to besides Chandler?
I don't think so. And in
Okay.
fact, I feel like he would probably by about this point, like the high of excitement would have probably worn off for him, and he's probably
All right.
getting kind of whatever about being inside.
Okay, so you're about wrapped up here. Cindy, you'll be able to tell that Cindy is too. She's gonna be standing on your shoulder and sort of like pecking your ear. She's frowning a little bit, like I want to leave, sort of thing. Um, we'll go back to Kieran. Kieran, is there anyone you want to talk to before we roll out?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna kind of sit back at my table. I'm gonna get a napkin and possibly like any form of writing utensils. Actually, I believe I have a journal. Let me go ahead and check real fast. I don't. That's okay though. I'll just like get like a napkin and like something else, and like I'll just write down like random ideas on how to make $100,000 quick. And I'm gonna start being like, all right, how do I do this? So I'm like, I'm gonna like start
Yeah.
kind of coming up with ideas. Yeah.
All right. And then over to Josephine. Is there anyone else you would like to talk to aside from Queenie before we leave?
No, I imagine Josephine just got really caught up talking to Queenie, so she didn't really think about talking to anybody else.
Okay. And then last call for Bri Bri.
I'm gonna hold off for now.
Okay. All right. Well, then, a little bit more time will pass. You'll finish your meals. Jefferson will have stepped outside long before. And he's, as you three leave with your Pokemon partners, you'll see that Jefferson is holding Cindy on on the back of his hand. He's wearing a bit of a leather glove, like a falconer's glove, and he's hanging out with Cindy out here on the deck of the SSN. Bri, would you say that? I guess this is more of a question for all of you. Would your Pokemon / your loner Pokemon be out right now?
El Champo is gonna be out. Madelmime will not yet.
All right.
So I'm gonna keep a close eye on El Champo so he doesn't run off and do nefarious deeds.
I think Jimothy. I think at some point I would have had to have put Jimothy up, so I'm gonna say he's not out, but Ralph is.
Okay. All right. Ralph will be snuggled in right underneath your overshirt. He's sort of. It's going to just look like there's something under your shirt on your shoulder that's really, really tiny. And then Bri, would either of yours be out?
Denki is definitely out. But after that conversation, Bri is actually gonna walk out towards the outer deck, away from the dining area, and pull Wildfire out as well.
All right. Jefferson, would you have Rocky out?
No, he's put up. Just Cindy.
No. Alrighty. So the four of you are out on the deck of the SS Hand. The cool night air is blowing over you guys. You guys are on the sea, for example, of course. So the sea breeze is going to be going over you guys. It is October, so it's like a crisp autumn air. And it'll be a last call. It's like 11 o'clock at this point, and people are beginning to leave. You guys step off of the SSN and begin walking back towards your hotel. You were told before you left the SSN by someone at the door who was working for the Pokemon League. They were giving you a small card that gives you the appointment time for the next round, and it's going to be tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the stadium is where you need to meet.
Okay.
You'll head back. Anything you want to do before we turn in for the night?
I think that Kieran would probably turn in early. In fact, make sure that El Champo is settled down, and I'm gonna try to get as much sleep as I can. Kind of wanting to do my best for the round tomorrow. So I think he's gonna actually turn in early.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I think
Bri-Bri's
Josephine's probably gonna go back as well. Just excitedly talking to her Joltik about Queenie.
All right.
Bri-Bri's just gonna do some calisthenics
Hell yeah.
before calling it a night.
He does some jumping jacks. He doesn't do cool calisthenics like pull-ups or anything. He's just like.
Yeah, man.
I want to
Jefferson.
and Bri-Bri's like actual like little song playlist.
Yeah.
Like, working out.
We got to know what's on his mixtape.
Yeah.
Jefferson, are you sleeping outside again tonight?
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to take
Jefferson feels like.
You remember that
Good.
last night you didn't sleep very well? Like all the people walking by, the car lights that passed over you. Are you going to find a different place to try and sleep, or are you just going to rough it again?
Yes. I think we're gonna move more the closest to the beach I can be
Okay.
without being super far away from the hotel.
All right, for sure. Okay, so we'll do like a little time lapse of the moon setting and the sun rising just a little bit, and of course Jefferson waking up at the crack of dawn. Cindy is going to tap you awake and then be chirping on your chest, sort of bouncing over your shoulder and chest and getting your attention, and before flying off. And you know that Cindy has gone to wake up your friends. And for the rest of you in your hotel room, that's exactly what you'll hear. You'll just hear like a slight on your window.
I'm gonna kind of like look over there. Kieran's kind of an early riser. He's gonna go look over to the window and just kind of pull if there's any curtains, kind of pull the curtains and see what's there.
It is Cindy again. She is going to be chirping. Her eyes show that she's smiling wide and happy to see you guys. And then you're going to see her jump up and then fly and ride the winds back towards the beach down where Jefferson is.
Cindy is so awesome. I love Cindy. Okay, yeah, I think if there's like complimentary like beverages, like whenever we wake up, I think I'm gonna get like some coffee or something to start the day.
Okay.
And I think that's it. I think he's gonna get coffee and then he's gonna have like 2 bottles of water. He's kind of like peculiar about trying to like eat healthy, you know. So he's gonna try and have like a well balanced like little meal that's just coffee and water. But you know.
Okay. Josephine, over to you. You're as you wake up and Kieran's sort of pestered you awake, because I would imagine it's kind of hard to wake you up after what we talked about last time.
Yeah.
So you'll wake up, you'll see that Ralph is still nestled in that web that he formed up in the corner of the bunk bed. And I want you all for a moment to imagine a spider yawning, and that's what happens. You see like a big tarantula open up its mouth.
Never mind. I think back my cube.
But it's adorable. It's Ralph.
I hate that. Thank you.
Dinky's feeling pretty energized, and you'll see like the bulbs are gonna flash on one by one and just like zzz, 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 back and forth as she's sort of playing up where you're sitting, waiting on you to get up. She's excited to start the day because she knows that this is the next round of the Kanto Open. She had a lot of fun watching you yesterday while you all were doing your contest. So she's ready to go. And El Chompo is actually the lazy bones today. He is grumpy after last night, so whenever you wake him up, he's grumbly. You'll just hear like the shifting of sand underneath him, as if he's growling, giving you the side eye, and then I'm gonna stamp away.
I'm gonna look to him. I'm gonna say, "All right, we need to go ahead and get up now, okay, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened yesterday, but it's all right. We'll persevere and we'll move forward." I'm sorry, buddy. I'm gonna like kind of give him little pets.
You got like snap, and he's gonna.
Hey, you don't do that to me. You know, I'm gonna like kind of hook my thumbs under his belly. I'm gonna say, "You don't do that to me."
He's just gonna like hang his head down. He's grumpy. He feels embarrassed. He feels He feels like he didn't get to be the one who came out on top. He feels like he got you in trouble, and like you can't really tell what he's feeling, but dude's just frustrated.
I'm gonna tell him this. I'm gonna say that I may be using another Pokemon right now in this tournament, but you know what they say? We always save the best for last. Okay? And my best is you. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of tap him on the shoulder. And I'm gonna say that you'll have your time to shine. All right?
He blushes and puts his little crocodile hands underneath his jaw, and then shakes it off and goes
Hell
back to
yeah.
looking grumpy. After eating breakfast and getting yourself some drinks, you guys will head north uphill towards the stadium in Vermilion again. You'll meet at the front gates, exactly where you did your sign up, and Professor Dragonblood is standing there again. And after everyone's rolled in, he will say, "Good morning, trainers."
Good morning, Professor Dragonblood.
Morning,
Oh, I
Professor.
saw it.
Good morning.
So today I have a very special event for you all, and it's going to be very, very fun, I promise. But before we can start, and before I can take you to the battle arena, I need each of you to pair up into groups of 4.
We all
I
find
think we're all
random
just gonna like look
NPCs.
at each other to find other people.
No, yeah, I'm gonna look to everyone else. I'm gonna say, oh, guys, that's us. We're a group of 4s.
Yo, that's totally convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would
This
you
definitely
guys all
sounds like our event.
Yeah. I want to say, would you guys like to pair up? I think we'd be stronger together, wouldn't you?
Sure, I already know you guys. Might as well.
Oh,
You're gonna see the nerdy kid that you saw yesterday that's got the little black and white bug on his
Yeah.
shoulder. He's running up. He's gonna be tugging on his suspender. He's like, "Wait, wait! Do you guys have 4 people yet?"
Oh.
Oh
True,
no!
but we do.
What am I gonna do? And
Aw.
and that's where a group of 3
Okay.
a group of 3 is going to reach out to him and say, "Hey, do you need a group?" He's gonna say, "I do," and he's gonna run away from you guys to team up with
Okay.
them.
Bye, guys. Have fun.
He's like, go, God. Yeah. Love him.
Professor Dragonblood will wave an arm and say, "Follow me, trainers," and lead you in a long parade down the main street of Vermilion, straight down to the beach.
Hell yeah.
The clouds in the sky will begin to create total cover of it, and a handful of strange white Pokemon with big eyes, and they've got neckties on the bottom. They don't have legs or anything, but they're floating around. They got like this one wisp of hair floating around. They've got big smiles. And Professor Dragonblood will speak. The Kanto Weather Service was kind enough to lend us a few of their cast form for the purpose of this event. Now, each team will be assigned a raft and a section of the beach. Your objective today is a simple one. Steer your raft through the designated map markers to succeed. You have 1 hour. Beware, though. The various Pokemon nurseries and rehabilitation groups have also allowed us to borrow some of their wild Pokemon for the purpose of this event. You may not find friendly faces past the Veil of Rain. You're confused because there's no rain, it's just cloudy, but then suddenly, just as he finishes his statement, a torrential downpour begins, lowering your visibility to near 0. You'll be taken over to a section of the beach. So you've been given a raft. This raft, for the purpose of just measuring things out for you, it is it's 20 by 15, so fairly sized raft, big enough for definitely all 4 of you and your loner Pokemon. Maybe each of you will need to use your cunning and strategy for placement of your Pokemon, as well as placement of your characters, as you're not going to be able to move around too much. You are going to be deep in the water of the sea while you're taking on this challenge. So you can see what little space you have on this thing, right? It's 4 long by 3 wide. You guys are going to be able to throw out your Pokemon onto the raft. And I want you guys to keep mind of size constraints and movement constraints, because that is going to be a big thing. You were told that there are going to be wild Pokemon down here that that may not be friendly. And you've got to make sure that your raft makes it to the end. That being said, your raft does have hit points.
Okay. I kind of have an idea that I want to run by everyone, like as we're hopping onto the raft.
Mhm.
Madelmime could play support on this, and I could have her primarily use light screen to try to ward off attackers. So I could just try to have like her basically like put up barriers essentially to try and like basically ward them off. I know it doesn't mechanically do necessarily that, but you know what I'm saying, just like for an increase to defense and whatnot.
So wildfire, not too sure how much use they're going to be on a raft in the middle of the ocean. You know,
Sort of unfavorable environment.
so I think placement wise, kind of in a defensive position, either on the sides or possibly even the front of the raft would be best.
Okay. Who among us are good swimmers? Would you say? Like, and this is me asking the end game. I'm gonna ask who here is good at swimming?
Oh, I happen to.
Okay. I'd like to say I'm pretty good at swimming as well. If that's the case, do you want maybe Bri and I, and what I'm thinking is maybe Bri and I go on opposite sides of the raft. That way, if anyone falls overboard, we would be probably the quickest one to be able to retrieve them.
For sure.
So I would say, yeah, probably Bri and I go on opposite sides of the raft. That way, we're essentially on rescue duty if someone falls off.
Okay. And another thing that we're going to have to come up with is who is going to be the one to steer the raft. I will say movement for the raft is going to be governed by swim speed.
Oh, I would say Bri or I then.
Okay. And you can assist each other too.
Okay.
If you assist each other, you're only going to get 50% of your swim speed added to who you designate as your captain of the raft.
Okay, so obviously without metagaming, I guess the way I'm going to phrase this is I'm going to say, all right, so Bri, you and I have some experience around oceanic environment. I am rather familiar myself with command or with actually steering and commanding vessels to some extent. So I can steer if you would like me to, unless you would like to.
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So in that case, Kieran will offer to do that, and then that being said, I'll also double as like being able to rescue someone if someone falls over in the front part of the ship. So I guess that being said, Bri can hang out near the back of the ship, and I can have maybe Madelmime just hopping between like the left and the right side, maybe climbing over that box in the middle.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, you're on your raft. Bri, you're set to steer. I guess we can get started.
Okay. What about Jefferson and Josephine? Where do you guys want to be on like either side, like maybe like left and right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably, yeah, just one of those sides, I'm sure.
Okay.
Also, Bri was
Timothy is going to be way too heavy for this raft.
saying absolutely to Kieran steering because he has experience with it.
Okay. Heck yeah. I'm gonna give you a thumbs up and say, you know, I'll try my best not to let you down. I'm gonna try to familiarize myself with this wheel and everything and make sure that it, you know, feels.
You have a
right.
rudder.
Okay.
You don't even have
enough.
a wheel. It's just the rudder, and you have some paddles. You have oars. And that's whoever uses the oars can add half their swim speed on. Well, Kieran, what direction do you want to steer the raft? Do you want to head forward? Do you want to head left or to the right? You've got the beach behind you.
I say that we should go to. Let's go straight first until I start seeing a little bit more. So I'm gonna keep it straight for now.
Okay. So we are going to say you'll see up to here, and then you'll head right about there. I'm going to leave your tokens in the back. We'll focus on the raft. I'll add the tokens back once we actually get to a point.
We're all overboard. The ship is by
We're
itself.
in the ocean.
Okay. Do you want to keep heading forward, or do you want to try and skirt this rock here and head to the left? You got some rocks over to the right.
I'm gonna try and head to the left from here, and try
Okay.
to position my way through there.
You've got some more rocks up ahead, like the way that you're facing. Well, to keep it easy, like left is going to be west, forward is going to be north, right is going to be east, and behind you will be south. So facing west, you have some rocks over to your right. It looks like there's a string of rock outcroppings that's sticking up above the water. Do you want to continue heading west, or would you like to divert course and head north again and go around those rocks?
I would like to head north because I was ultimately just trying to get around the rocks.
We can go through these rocks here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that. I'm just gonna try to keep navigating through the rocks and just trying to go forward until I see a clear path.
Okay. So the rain beating down on you guys, it's making it kind of tough for you to navigate. What is your swim speed, by the way?
Okay. So my swim speed, because of Kieran's feats, is equal to his overland.
What's his overland?
Let's see. Give me 1 minute. Altogether it's 7.
7. Okay. Do you want to move the full 7 ahead, or do you want to move 7 west? Do you want to move less than that? What's your pace?
Okay. I'm gonna be trying to keep a steady pace, but not too fast. Let's say 4 ahead.
So, out of the corner of your eye, the lightning flashes above you, and you can see something ahead of you. Through the rain is a long blue sea serpent.
I'm gonna take a deep breath, and I'm going to try and steer clear of that serpent. I'm going to try and thread the needle, going right.
So as you begin to turn the rudder, its eyes catch yours, and you'll hear this deep roar echo out over the ocean nearby where you are.
I'm going to yell for Metal Mime to get ready for a potential attack.
Okay. I need to know what everyone's initiative score is. It's your base is just your speed stat, and then if there are any additives from features or edges, we would include that as well.
I don't think I have any modifiers for that, so mine altogether is a 2.
Bri-Bri's at 8.
Okay. What is? I'll just start from the top here. So Kieran, you got yours. Your initiative is 2. You said your speed is.
Yeah, mine's only 2.
It's equal to your speed stat, so it should be minimum 5.
Oh, that's weird. I must be looking at the wrong thing. Give me 1 sec.
Not your speed evasions.
Oh, you're right. I was looking at my speed evasion. My bad. Okay.
Just to the left of that.
Yeah, I got it. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, no, I'm like way off. I said Metal Mimes is 4. That shit is 21. Okay, all right, we're good. I got it.
Okay, and Kieran's is 10.
Yep.
All right. Wildfire and Bri.
Bri is 8. Wildfire is 25.
Josephine and Jimothy.
Jimothy is going to be a 12, and Josephine's going to be a 5.
Rockies and Jeffersons. Matt is still working on his technical difficulties. He says anytime he opens up roll 20, he's having issues. He says he can hear us in real time at least. So maybe we can work with him through text or something while he figures it out. So Rocky's is 15, and then Jefferson's is 11. Now this huge Pokemon, massive, 20 plus feet long. You got a little bit of time before it gets to take a turn, because it is only going to have a 14 initiative. So that being said, the top of the initiative order is Wildfire.
So Wildfire is not going to be doing anything because they only have melee ranged skills. So I guess Wildfire technically could move to the front left of the raft if there's the space and availability to do so. So that way, if the large sea serpent decides to come up to the raft, they would be in range.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be Maddle Mime, the Mrs. Mime.
Mrs. Mime. Okay. I'm going to ask that that Maddle Mime. How wide is light screen? Okay. Let me see. Does it say how wide light screen is?
I believe blessing. It's Let's see what the tag for blessing is. That's what it is, right? That's the
Yeah.
range tag.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna do light screen. I just want to know where I need to put it. Any user affected by light screen may activate it when receiving special damage. To resist the damage 1 step, light screen may be activated 2 times and then disappears. Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if that'll really help. Oh, psychic pushes targets though. I'll start off with a light screen just because I don't know what we're up against. I'm just gonna use light screen.
Okay. They provide a blessing shared by the entire team. All Pokemon and trainers allied to the user may benefit from the blessing. The blessing persists until it's used up, even if the original user is KO'd or switched out. So this is going to apply to all 8 of you who are on there. So the 4 players and your 4 Pokemon, light screen is going to affect all of you. And can you read for us again what light screen does?
Of course. So light screen. Blessing, any user affected by light screen may activate it when receiving special damage to resist the damage 1 step. Light screen may be activated 2 times and then disappears. That means that if one of us activates it, then only one more of us can activate it before the effect is gone.
And then moving over to Rocky. Matt, I know you can hear us. Can you tell us?
Matt
I
think he dipped just now.
Oh.
He just dropped. Yeah.
Dang. Oh, there he goes. You back, bud?
Am I?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay, that was driving me up.
Yay.
You guys cut out right there at the end. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah. You're like perfect now.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Okay,
that
well,
was
I don't
super
have roll
weird.
20 open.
That's fine. I will be your eyes. What is Rocky doing? If you're able to
Okay,
at least look at the
so
character sheets.
Yes. What is considered being flanked?
Being flanked. So for a creature of this size, you'd need 3 Pokemon surrounding this thing, and the Pokemon surrounding cannot be in adjacent squares. So just to show you an example, if we had Wildfire there, Metal Mime there, and Rocky there, it would not be flanked. But if you had Rocky there and Metal Mime here, that'd be flanked. Does that make sense? Oh, I guess, yeah, you can't see. Never. One Pokemon on
You're
one
good.
side.
I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on 3 of its 4 sides.
Okay. Well, I have a plan if we can get it flanked, but I don't know if that's going to be possible.
You would have to get the raft close to the thing.
I guess.
Bri and I can jump over there and be distractions while someone's playing.
8 dudes jump in the water and just
doing-
start attacking it.
We're just like getting a rock and we're like trying to hit it.
I guess Rocky's just going to use Belly Drum for the time being.
Right? And what does Belly Drum do?
Gains +6 attack combat stages and loses HP equal to half.
Okay.
Really good.
So you drop down to 50% HP, which means you have the first injury of the campaign, Matt. Go ahead and we'll give Rocky 1 injury. You're down to half HP, but your attack stages just maxed out. And now it's going to be the blue sea serpent's turn. So this thing is going to have a monstrous roar that's going to bellow out. I think what it will use, you're going to see it begin to bob up and down in the water. Its fangs are just going to be in this rhythmic dance up and down, and you can see its eyes getting angrier and angrier. It is going to use Dragon Dance.
Oh shit.
Why are you so mad?
Big Angie. That is going to be the serpent's turn, and now we are over to Jimothy. It is Jimothy's turn.
Can I just use Yawn?
Yeah, you can, but you'd have to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, I figure.
Yawn
Actually-
might be huge, actually.
Yawn, Yawn does have a pretty long range. What's the range on it?
Hold on. I'm seeing 2 1 target social. I don't know if that
Okay. Yeah,
matters.
you got to be pretty close. So you'll have to probably swap places with Wildfire in order to be able to reach that. So yeah, you'll need to get Jimothy up to the front. You might be able to get Kieran to bring the raft over to the left. If you went west and got Jimothy onto the right side, he should be able to reach if you can skirt this thing. But that would require you guys getting up close. Otherwise, you could try and put him in the water.
Well,
I mean, he can swim. Should be able to.
let me see. Actually, hold on.
I just imagine he floats.
Well, I mean, he was doing like the dolphin swimming, butterfly swim in the show.
Yeah.
He's a
Ash's
woman
Snow White
swim.
is
That's
built
great.
different.
You should just jump up and body slam him.
So, are you wanting me to like on my turn, just kind of like preemptively planning? Are you wanting me to turn the raft so that like the right side where Josephine is positioned is basically facing towards the Gyarados? Is that what we're wanting to do, or are we wanting to keep heading straight and then just hit him on the left side?
I don't know, because if we try to turn, then we might be going straight towards him. You could get us better than we can get him.
Right. Okay.
I don't know anything else that he could do. I think either way we're gonna have to get closer anyway, so any of us could hit it. But
yeah, I like the yawn strategy a lot, though. I think yawn might actually be the play there.
Yeah. Then we would have to move over.
Well, you do whatever you want to do, and on my turn, I'll do whatever the party agrees on.
So then Timothy's gonna have to move over. How many spaces can we move in? I forget.
It's up to your overland or swim.
Right, okay. Then I can move 5. At the very least.
It is now over to Jefferson.
Jefferson, I think, is gonna do... So, how close are we to this flanking position?
Unfortunately, because you guys are on the raft, it would require you guys to get off of the raft in order to flank it.
Actually, tell you what, to make things
does
easier
the
on
raft
this,
count?
No. It would have to be your individual players. Which, I mean, you guys have. Josephine is standing on the right side of the raft with Jimothy. The space between Josephine and Jimothy would count as 2 for the sake of the 3 that you need to flank this thing. So if you sent Rocky into the water and got him like on a different side of the Pokemon, then you would be able to flank it. But it would require waiting until Kieran's turn, which is after you.
I messaged you a picture of the battlefield map. Each time that we like move or anything, I can just send you the updated picture. It's no problem.
Okay, that'd be great. Okay, so yeah, Jefferson really doesn't have anything to do. He's gonna just kind of encourage everybody to hold strong and wait for the right moment.
Hell yeah. Would
then,
he be able to?
Ho-Oh will be with us.
Heck yeah. Could he hold an action? Is that a thing in Pokemon Tabletop?
I don't think so.
Okay. Dang.
Which is fine. I don't mind just passing it off because my Pokemon's more important at the moment.
Right.
And everybody else's movement, so I'm cool just skipping my turn.
Okay.
All right, and it is going to be over to Kieran.
Okay. I am going to real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and ask everyone. Are we wanting to keep the boat straight, or do you want me to go ahead and turn to the right? Like, which would put you all in a favorable position to target this thing?
I mean, I think if there's any way for us to keep the boat pointing north and then go west or northwest to get closer to this thing, I think
be right there.
Beneficial. Yeah, here. Something like that.
Do you want to be in melee right there, or do you want to be one back?
As close as possible is cool with me because I just need to get him flanked for Rocky, and then I ignore his evasion. We can put him to sleep and then ignore evasion. We should make quick work of this.
Okay. If that's the case and everyone's in agreement, yeah, I can do that. I mean, we're gonna be heading directly towards him if we do that. So if you guys are ready for an all-out fucking fight, I'm totally down. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't fire till we see the whites of his eyes.
Yeah. All right. I'll get ready to send you an updated picture, Matt.
Okay. and it'll confuse him. So
Yeah.
Rad. All right. You have moved the boat there, or the raft there, Kieran. Bri, it's up to you.
Oh man. What is Bri gonna do? Front of the boat's already all taken.
Oh yeah, dude, that's actually great because literally, at this point, Poliwhirl can just hop it. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. That's cool.
yeah,
Ooh.
Poliwhirl can just get behind him.
Yep. Or even to the side at this point, as long as it's not adjacent to Snorlax or Rapidash.
Ooh, okay. Kind of big brain. Bri is going to use his agility training order on Jimothy to increase his initiative and try to speed him up, knowing well, this is maybe possibly metagaming since it hasn't been stated out loud, but be to get the possibility of yawn off faster.
Okay. All right. How much does it increase
It
the?
increases movement capabilities by 1 and initiative by 4.
Nice. Okay. So that actually moves him up above Rocky. That'll be real good. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, Josephine. Anything you want to do?
No, I'll have her blessings. So let me see. Let's see. Would it be a good idea to use reflect? Because it sounds like it might be useful.
What is the effect of reflect?
So it is any user affected by reflect may activate it when receiving physical damage to resist the damage 1 step. Reflect may be activated 2 times and disappears.
Yeah, absolutely. That'd be a very good thing.
Awesome. Okay, yeah. So Josephine's going to do that then.
Okay, so Josephine is going to extend her hands, and this will be somewhat of a shock to the rest of you, as Josephine's hands are going to emit this strange energy, and then over each of your bodies, you're going to see a thin membrane of a shiny, hardened material. You've just witnessed a person use a special Pokemon move. Any reaction from either of you?
Anyone think that's cool? Anyone at all?
Jefferson's gonna say, as he's like looking at his arms, he's just gonna kind of like look up at her, and he's gonna be like, "Holy ho!"
Bri I don't think is going to notice any difference between the rain that's pouring down on us and a shimmer of light with the storm going on in the area, so he's just going to stay focused on the sea serpent.
Okay. You think your buddies are glowing at least. You think they're looking really nice today.
Yeah.
All right. It is over to Wildfire's turn.
I like the idea that mid-battle, Bri looks over and he's like, "Dang, you guys are kind of cool. You guys are popping off today."
Wildfire is... could you remind me what EOT stands for again?
Every other turn.
Every other turn. Okay. So Wildfire is actually going to attempt a takedown on the sea serpent.
All right.
So let's see here. Roll damage.
Oh, you got to roll the hit first.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the...
We'll keep the damage if it does hit, though.
Yeah. The roll to hit would be roll AC, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So a 9 against his evasion. Absolutely. Yep. Your takedown is going to hit. This does recoil 1/3 of that hit for you. And you can try to use the trip maneuver against them if you want as a free action. but 38 damage whittled down by defense. It's a pretty decent hit. Not too shabby from Wildfire. However, that recoil is going to come at you for a total of 6 damage. And that's going to kick over to Metal Mime.
I'm going to use Psychic on this Pokemon.
Alright.
So, alright, let me go ahead and roll that.
Okay, and 5 will hit. They are
Sweet.
pushed 1 meter in any direction, your choice.
Okay.
And then, as well as that, has a big damage number. You're going to deal 50 damage minus their special defense.
Hell yeah. I want to push them directly back into those rocks. I'm going to say, Metal Mime, get the Leviathan away from us, and just like try to command her to basically push him back.
Alright,
So we can get some breathing room.
Yeah, he's going to get pushed back. The part of the serpent is going to hit the rocks back behind. It's going to roar out with a Gah! And you'll hear this even through the rain, sounding like thunderous weather coming down. And you'll see the flash of lightning behind, and its huge form curling up over the top of the raft, still looking down at you guys. And it is
Alright.
Jimothy's turn.
So is Timothy finally within range to use Yawn by chance? Or do we
He
need
is.
to get just closer? Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna do that then, finally.
All right. So Jimothy is going to open his mouth wide, rub his eyes, and let out a big yawn, which the Gyarados, after seeing that, is going to, even though its mouth is always open, it's going to open a little bit wider to yawn.
That was drawback.
And it'll be over to Rocky.
Heck yeah. Unfortunately, I think that he is pushed a little out of range, but it's better than pushing him super far away, I suppose.
We're just gonna have him pretty sure we're close enough. So my overland is 7, my swim's 7, that I can have him run and jump and just dynamic punch this Gyarados right in the face.
Yeah. We'll move him up right there. That way, whenever the raft moves forward again, he'll be flanked again. Go ahead and roll that dynamic punch for me. Unfortunately, buddy, that is a critical failure.
Aww.
Dang.
Oh, dang. I didn't see. Okay. It
Rip.
rolled twice.
Mhm.
Okay.
The dice god giveth and the dice god taketh away.
How crazy,
So-
though, that it was a natural 1 and a natural 20.
Yeah. Rocky is going to leap out from the water, fist aimed high, trying to glass jaw the Gyarados. But its tail is going to come up out of the water and then slam Rocky back down while he's mid-flight, sending him. I'm going to say he's going to be sent 3 meters down underneath the water. So you'll need to come up 3 before you're back at the surface. And that will be back over to the Gyarados. It's his turn.
I don't like that Gyarados. You mean as hell.
It's a Gyarados?
I don't know. Who said Gyarados? Who said Gyarados? I think God told us it was Gyarados.
Ah, yeah, you're right.
Oh, get it right.
Oh yeah. By that logic, you just told me Ho-Oh is in fact not God.
The Gyarados is going to aim its mouth towards Metal Mime, and you're going to see a white light begin to form at the back of its throat, and then pulse and pulse and pulse and grow in size until a hyper beam shoots out directly at Metal Mime.
Special. I'm using the light screen special, and I'm going to try and reduce the damage by 1 tier.
Okay, that will hit.
Hopefully, it doesn't insta knock her out. That would suck.
So 59 minus your special defense, and then you resist it by 50%.
So 24 and then half, so 12 damage.
Damn.
Which is pretty good. Yeah, it's actually really good. Well,
That's
special defense is also
disgustingly good.
Mr. Mime's best thing.
He's got a 33 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
That's actually really good. That's actually coming in clutch. Hell yeah.
All right, that's one use of the light screen,
Yeah.
and it's going to be Jefferson's turn.
I think we're still just cheering everybody out.
So Kieran.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I able to just move a single square forward? That way we can be in melee range of this thing and have the flank benefit.
Yep.
Sweet. I'm gonna do that then.
All right, the raft is going to be lurched forward, and you'll kind of keep it as this thing is moving around. It's creating a wake, which is pushing the raft back, but you're keeping it forward and keeping it rowing. It is currently flanked, so the ones that benefit from the flank benefits are Wildfire, Wildfire, Jimothy, and Rocky. Those are the 3 that benefit from flanking.
Right.
And it is over to Bri.
Okay, so Bri sadly is not going to do too much, if anything at all.
Okay.
Because he ain't gonna go up and try to punch the thing.
It'd be funny if you did though. You're just like, get over here.
Don't tempt me, man. Don't tempt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't move salt off the top of the raft.
He's actually he's just gonna move up 1 square.
Okay, so at the end of its last turn, whenever it fired off that hyper beam is actually whenever it's going to fall asleep. So it is unconscious currently. And it is down to Josephine's turn.
It doesn't look like Josephine will be able to do much because we still have Reflect and Light Screen. So
Yeah.
yeah, she's
Light
probably
Screen
just
is
gonna have to.
Okay.
She's
Hang
gonna have
back.
to clap and cheer on. Yeah.
All right. Down to Wildfire. Start of a new
Beat
turn.
'em, Wildfire.
Okay.
Beat 'em.
So Wildfire is going to have a burning rage in their heart, and it's going to actually cast Flame Wheel on the sea serpent.
3. I don't know if that hits. Let me check their evasion. I am sorry. Unfortunately, it does not. The flame wheel is just going to fizzle out as the rain's coming down, protecting the sleeping sea serpent. It's just sort of floating at the top of the sea. The water is still a crashing wake all around you from the storm, but it's not dry enough to hold that flame.
Okay.
And it'll be out too.
All it's gonna be turning. Yep.
All right. And that'll be out to Madelmime.
Okay. I'm gonna look to Madelmime. I'm gonna say, Madelmime.
Oh wait.
Huh?
I'm so sorry. It's flanked.
Oh.
It's and
So it hits, yeah.
Yeah. So that is going to be a hit. Go ahead and roll the damage for it.
Okay.
Nice, dude. Good job. Hey, that's good.
Hell yeah. All right. So 43 minus their special defense, and then cut in half because of type resistance. You will do a tad bit of damage. Is there a It doesn't look like there's a. No, the special effect doesn't go off. It would just burn.
No.
All right. Well, it is down to Madelmimes.
Hell yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and say, Madelmime. That attack they sent at us. I want you to take it, make it yours, reshape it, and fire it back. I'm gonna go ahead and declare copycat.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Okay, so Madelmime is going to look back at you, look shocked, and after you've finished saying copycat, it's just going to get this devious grin across its face. And it's going to turn back, open its mouth, and you'll see a pulsing white light begin to grow in their mouth before it fires a hyper beam off at this thing.
Okay, I jumped the gun on rolling damage.
So the damage for
0. Oh my god.
the damage for hyper beam is going to be 4d10 plus 20.
Okay, so I have to roll that manually.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
Okay.
yeah.
Or 4d10 plus 20.
Yep.
And then I add my special attack, right?
Yep.
Okay,
So
so
36 plus your
plus-
special attack.
Okay. Which is 19.
19. So that's 53. Dealing a considerable amount. All right. And that is an exhaust. Oh, 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Heck yeah.
That is an exhaust. So next turn, Madelmime will have to take it to rest.
That's fine. That's hilarious. I love the evil grin you narrated. I was like, hell yeah.
It is going to be Rocky's turn.
Alright. Rocky's coming back for revenge. We're gonna dynamic punch it. I think we're gonna dynamic punch again. Let me double check I had that right.
Oh yeah.
I could use it more than once. If not, it looks like I'm just gonna have to hit him.
Oh, real quick.
It's an at-will, so yeah, we're just gonna dynamic punch again.
I completely forgot to do this. I wanted to clear this before it's too late. After I use Copycat, a passive activates. I completely forgot. It says I get to increase. It's called Copy Master. Whenever the user uses Copycat against one combat stage in a stat of its choice.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna choose Special Attack, and that'll be it.
Okay. Then Rocky will have to swim back up to the surface. And that one's going to hit. So Dynamic Punch is going to land. It confuses the target. He already has no evasion because he's asleep. So you guys have just set this
Right,
dude
okay.
up to be give him the to give him the works. So that does confuse. He is confused. He is asleep. In the Pokemon tabletop United, there is no limit to the number of afflictions you can give someone. So it is sleep and confused at this point. We'll go ahead and roll damage for Rocky as well. You want to try that on your side and see if it goes through?
Oh my god! Dude. Holy shit! You punched the fuck out of it.
81
Fixed
damage.
attack stages.
Oh god,
Yeah, because
dude.
belly drum.
That is crazy.
All right, 81 damage. Yeah, you knock this thing unconscious. It is out. He comes back up, and like you said, he came back for revenge. Rocky comes up out of the water, shoots himself up like a bullet, arms stretched out above like Superman, and delivers this thing to the bottom of the Gyarados' jaw. It's out. You KO'd that Pokemon.
Guess that's why they call him Rocky, bro.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations, guys.
Good shit, everyone.
Woo.
That's awesome. That's awesome fighting.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, stay Rocky.
All right. So Rocky will come back to the raft, and Kieran, where do we go from here?
Okay, because we just defeated that sea beast, I say that we should take the boat northeast and try to navigate through these waters.
Okay.
Yeah. Risk running into another one of those again.
Yeah, we run into a second one that's right here. I'm like, God damn it!
Let me go ahead and I'll put you guys back on the boat once we decide on where we're at. So you want to still
Great,
continue
well,
going that way?
awesome.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we'll go ahead and continue heading that way.
Okay. So as you enter this side, you'll see a small little Pokemon bobbing in the water.
Oh,
It's got a blue top of its head, these red protrusions that are almost see-through. They almost look like gemstones. But it's just bobbing there.
As weird as it sounds, I want Kieran to like almost like pull the brakes on the ship, and I want him to start turning it. I'm almost going to be paranoid that something is over there after the last. That seems like way too smooth. Like whenever there's still water, that's like a bad omen. You know what I'm saying? Like so I'm like
true.
there's something ahead.
Okay.
I'm going to make an exception. I'm gonna turn the boat around. We're gonna go the other path. I don't trust that.
All right. So you'll begin sailing again. You'll have to come through this little narrow passage here, but
Okay.
you'll skirt between some rocks, get a good visibility in front of you, and you can see that there is still a path ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
The path north is blocked. You've gone as far north as you can from where you can see.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head west then.
As you get a little bit closer, that's what you're seeing. You'll see the edge of the rocks off to the side. There's a clear path set before you.
Okay. Yeah, I will go ahead and follow the path.
It looks like you can head south, southeast. You've sort of already kind of gone that way, but there was a path that you guys didn't take, so you could try and skirt back that way, or you could head west. Those are your choices.
Let's head west. Let's keep it west.
So, Kieran, roll me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Okay.
As what you see before you is a raging whirlpool.
Real quick, I
Kieran,
actually have
what have you
something for this.
done?
What have I done? Oh god.
You are going to successfully be able to pull the boat or the raft to a stop before you careen directly into the whirlpool. You know that there is a path north from what you can see. What little you can see. There's a little bit more west that you could go to skirt around this thing. But as far as going through it, it looks like it would be possible, but it might be a little tough to do.
Would it make it easier if Polyrath were to be helping, like, push
Yeah,
from the water?
for sure. I think so.
Okay, and then someone else can grab onto the oars, like we discussed, because we can do
Yeah.
assists.
They've just
Yeah.
been on one side with the oar, and then we got somebody else on the other side with the other oar. We're just gonna
Yeah.
show us. Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I'd say we skirt around it and at least get a good look of what's over there.
So you're wanting to go like south or southwest or west?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So heading down this way, it's gonna give you a little bit more insight as to what's around you. You'll see that there are rocks to the south. There's more of an open path to the west. Southwest is open as well, and then the whirlpool directly to your north.
Okay, let's keep going west and see what we can see.
You'll see that there is a path heading back north, or you could head south. But you have gone as far west as you can
Okay.
in this region.
Let's head north.
North?
Let's head north and see what. Yeah, let's see what's up there.
You're gonna
I like that.
see
It's on-
another bobbing Pokemon.
Oh my. I'm over this.
There's one by a whirlpool, and there's one. I mean, there might be a whirlpool over there also, but the other one didn't have a whirlpool. I feel like I trust this one. I feel like if we get in a fight, we can handle this one. I'm gonna continue going north, and I'm gonna try to not disturb that
It
Pokemon
will
that's bobbing.
it will be impossible, as that is a 3 wide space and your raft is 3 wide. So if you keep going north, you're gonna run that thing over.
Can we get one of our Pokemon to go over there and just grab it and like move it aside?
Sure.
Okay. I'm
Send
gonna
Rocky,
look
I
at
guess.
Rocky. look at Rocky. And be like, hey, do you feel like that's a good idea, Jefferson, or what would you like to do? I don't want to just run the poor thing over, But at the same time, I'm like, he's in our way.
I
Josephine is
mean,
gonna be so nervous about this because she loves
Yeah.
Pokemon.
I know, I
How-
do too. I was
How
like-
rough is the water right now where we are?
It's pretty choppy. It's been a consistent bounce of the raft the whole time that you guys have been there because of the storm.
okay. So I'm not opposed to having Polyrath try to go like grab it and like pull it under the water while we skirt across and then letting go after we pass.
Okay. Is there like an animal handling check we can do to just like try and?
It is it would be Pokemon Education and Charm. You would use those in tandem, but you couldn't use the Pokemon Education as a means of calming something down, but it would let you know what you need to do that. It's just Charm or Command that you would use. Any of your social ones, honestly, I guess, because Intimidate and Guile would work too, depending on how you use them. Typically, it's just Charm, though.
Can I attempt a Pokemon education on this thing?
Sure. What are you trying to learn?
Oh, I should probably have said that before I rolled. I just wanted to know sort of like the behaviors of this Pokemon, like know if it's a packed Pokemon, things like that. Just like, I guess, just like migration behaviors,
Okay. You will recognize this Pokemon as a Tentacool.
Okay.
And you know where there is a Tentacool, they are usually ran by a boss known as Tentacruel.
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
start going
rel-
backwards.
I want to relay this to the rest of the party for starters. I'm gonna like almost like pull the brake for a second. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say our decisions are this: we have a tentacle on in both directions. We could try to find another direction entirely. We also have a whirlpool blocking another direction. What would you guys like to do? We could I'm gonna say that we could try to maybe talk these tentacles down or try to convince them to maybe move out of the way. What do you guys think? Well, it's like storming in the back.
Bri
Okay.
So
is going to just kind of say, "Well, I mean, there, the difficulty is like ramping up here because there's a whirlpool. So you would think that they would put the difficulty at the end. So I say forward."
Okay. All right. I am going to try and charm. No, that's okay. I'm gonna basically just try and be like, hey, watch out, we're coming through. Watch out, buddy. I'm gonna like try and do it as gently as I can, just kind of like bob over him, like.
As you move forward, its eyes are going to be focused in on the raft, and it's going to get mad. It's going to reach these small gray tentacles up out of the sea and shock the raft. And in doing so, it's going to alert something that is back here. You will barely be able to see, but you'll see a set of eyes staring at you from the veil of the storm.
Mm.
A long blue stinger outstretched, and you see the glowing pair of eyes looking back at you. And we are going to enter initiative.
All right, we got it.
So we're now in a battle or conflict with a tentacle and the tentacruel, or is there more than one tentacle?
There is just one tentacle that you can see. I need Josephine to just roll me a flat d20 because we've got tied initiative between Tentacle and Jimothy.
Oh gosh.
Jimothy will be faster than Tentacle in this instance, so it's going to be Wildfire's turn up first.
Well, being right next to this thing and the tentacles being, I'm assuming, still on the raft, it's going to try to do another flame wheel attempt.
All right, that'll hit. Let's get our damage going for 43 damage. That is going to do a really, really solid hit to this thing. The flames are just going to wrap around it. Its skin is like jelly, so it's really, really sensitive. And the heat that it's going to be taking from that is going to hurt it immensely. Unfortunately, that is going to piss off the boss back behind. The tentacruel is immediately going to get angry. You're going to see several tentacles come up out of the water, almost doing like that crawfish stance, and you'll hear a roar behind the beak on the front of Tentacruel. It is Maddle Mime's turn.
I am going to try and have Maddle Mime run up there. Do I have enough movement for that? Let me make sure. Don't know if I do. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I guess so. I could just go through us.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use Psychic, and I'm gonna try and target the tentacle right here.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna try and have them throw the tentacle into the tentacruel. Hit them with a jellyfish.
Yeah, that'll be a hit.
Heck yeah. Okay, let me go ahead and roll damage. There you go.
You knock this thing unconscious immediately.
Hell yeah.
What does
so
Psychic
sorry.
look like?
I'm going to have Maddle Mime basically raise their I'm gonna have them raise their hands and kind of doing this number. Their hands are going to kind of glow with like a blue outline, and they're going to kind of lift this tentacle, kind of spinning them around until they're literally unconscious. They are going to try and throw them at the tentacruel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Only gonna move right there. Then they unconscious.
Hell yeah.
It deleted.
They got deleted. It is the Tentacruel's turn. The Tentacruel is upset that you have killed a child. You just knocked it unconscious, but it is angry. It is very, very mad that you have attacked its young.
Maybe
so it's
it should
going
have taken care of its kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
Should have let your kid fight people. I don't
It's
know.
gonna attack you now because you pissed it off.
Me specifically.
Yeah.
It's actually going to be right there. And then it's going to use Barrier. And what Barrier does is it allows it to place up to 4 segments of Barrier. Each segment must be continuous. These barriers count as blocking terrain and last until the end of the encounter or until they're destroyed. Each barrier segment is 2 meters tall, 1 meter wide, and 2 centimeters thick. Each segment has 20 hit points, 15 damage reduction, and takes damage as if it was psychic type. Barrier is going to be placed here and here, giving itself a little bullpen back behind everything. And from there, we'll kick it over to Rocky's turn.
Rocky's gonna take a page out of the last fight book, and he's just gonna jump straight down into the water.
All right. 1, 2, 3. 3 there. You could swim underneath, but you would need to. I guess you could attack from in the water. There's nothing to say that you couldn't.
So I didn't. So on my screen it cuts off the raft, so I can see Rocky. So it would be 1 forwards to get into the water, correct?
Yes, but there is a barrier there, so you would actually have to go off to the right and then go under, overlapping.
So how many would it take to get underneath him?
So
Then
that'd
I
be
have to also
1,
come back
2,
up.
3, 4, 5. It takes 6 to be underneath him, and you'd be 1 square under the water. You could attack his underbelly from there.
All right, we're gonna go for a dynamic punch.
Okay, that is gonna miss, my friend. I'm so sorry. So you rolled a 9. AC was 9, and his evasion is 3. So that will not hit. Rocky's gonna swing. It's just gonna be a massive tentacles up above him. The rain is still making it really, really hard to see up, and it's even worse underneath the water, even for a water type. And it'll be Jimothy's turn.
I think Jimothy's gonna have to move a little closer. Because I think all of his stuff has to be closer.
Right? That's about as close as you could get.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, still 2 squares away, and you could use Yawn. I think that's your only long-range move.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Everything else is like melee, so.
Okay. So Jimothy will do just as he did last time with the sea serpent. He's going to open up his mouth, let out a big yawn, and roll over, going back to sleep. And that'll put the tentacruel into a sleepy daze, taking it over to Jefferson Westbrook. What is he doing this turn?
Go ahead and just pass.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
All right. Up to Kieran.
Not bad.
No worries.
All right, up to Kieran. Okay. I don't want to ram that thing for obvious reasons, so I don't know if there's anything Kieran can do either. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and pass as well. I'll just be waiting. Because unfortunately, we gotta destroy that barrier. You know what?
Which puts it at Bri.
Okay. Bri is going to shout out to Rocky and basically say, "Hey, I've seen you swim faster than that. You got this." And use agility training to increase his initiative by 4 and movement capability by 1.
Sweet. Alrighty. Up to Josephine. Anything you got?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and I want to put it in safeguard, but I want to make sure that it's useful. Josephine's gonna put in safeguard, which is any user affected by safeguard may activate it when receiving a status affliction to ignore the effects of that status affliction on their next turn. It may be activated 3 times, but then it will disappear.
Okay. All right. So all of you have a safeguard that's going to allow you that if you were to be affected by a status affliction, you'll be able to shirk off the effects of it until those 3 uses are up. And we'll be back at top of initiative with Wildfire.
Wildfire is going to flame charge the barrier right in front of it to try to get that down.
Okay. That hits. Sweet. All right. That is going to take out that that point. You did 47 damage. They have 15 damage reduction, taking it down to 32 damage. That section of that barrier is now deleted. You got a barrier here, and a barrier here, but you've opened up 1 space, almost like a window for shooting. And it'll be Madelmime's turn.
I'm gonna use light screen. I'm gonna go ahead and put up a light screen just in case.
Okay. So you all will be given a buff that'll give you resistance. What's that? 2 special attack damage?
Yeah. And it gives us 2 activations where we can get a tick of resistance.
Okay.
Yeah.
And over to Rocky, who is right underneath the tentacruel.
Yeah, Rocky is good. Okay, my thought on it this time, instead of getting tangled up in his tentacles, I am going to have Rocky move up behind him and try to just right to the back of his. I don't know if that's his head or his body, but
That'll be a hit.
did it do it?
Yes, you got a 19. So that's also going to confuse him. So let's roll damage.
Question:
Yeah,
Is the effects of belly drum still in effect?
they're not. You are in a
Okay.
different combat encounter.
All right, I wanted to make sure because I put the stuff back to 0 and just wanted to make sure I did that right. So damage roll.
Still hefty hit, 66.
Fucking A. Dude, it makes me wonder what would have happened with belly drum in effect.
Right. So 66. Jeez, that is a huge hit. So Rocky, you guys will see Rocky jump up out of the water, and just like Matt described, he's going to rear back his fist and punch the tentacruel in the back of its head, pushing its face down into the water. Massive damage. Big damage.
Oh yeah.
Pushing it over to the tentacruel's turn. Tentacruel is going to try and retaliate against Rocky after that. And what he'll do, he's going to use acid. He's going to turn around. He's just going to spew acid out from its beak. For 8 to hit, which will... Oh, wait. I got to roll for my confusion. My bad. 1 second. So I've got to roll 1d20. On a roll of 1 through 8, I hit myself with a typeless struggle attack. On a roll of 9 to 15, I can act normally. On a roll of 16 or higher, I'm cured of confusion.
Okay.
That was a 15, so I'm able to act normally. And that acid will still hit. Damage is 35. So 35 minus Rocky's special defense. And since that was I don't think that was... Never mind. It wasn't a high roll. So, yeah, 35 minus Rocky's special defense, and that'll be the end of Tentacruel's turn, pushing it over to Jimothy.
So there's nothing Jimothy can really do because they're still too far. So
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That barrier in front of us.
The Tentacruel, after spitting the acid, is going to fall asleep.
Heck yeah.
Because of yawn.
Yeah,
Spittle
then
and goes to Betty Bay.
and Jimothy can't really swim, so he's probably gonna have to sit this one out.
Okay. Yeah, you could attack the barrier. That would be the only other thing that you could do, though. Tentacruel throwed up.
No, I don't really think there's anything to do in that regard either.
Okay. Down to Jefferson.
So successful anyway.
Jefferson is gonna just kind of like give it another rousing, inspirational, inspired speech to keep everybody energized and pass his turn.
How is Jefferson feeling about this polyrath, Rocky?
So actually, I was kind of thinking about that last time after he kind of got that hit off. Jefferson is really beginning to kind of question the just pure focus of flying that his family has kind of instilled in him. Not so much that he's just giving it up, and like those are definitely still holding a place, he feels like, but like for whatever reason this other Pokemon is starting to grab him, and it's something that like he knows his uncle would not have been happy about.
So now over to Kieran.
Okay. So like I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure that the boat is pretty much parked. I am going to I'm gonna go ahead and pass my turn and just basically like tell everyone to to be steady and hold the line.
Beep beep.
Yeah.
Over to Bri.
There's not a whole lot that Bri can do at the moment. So what he will do is pass his turn.
All right, Josephine.
Well, not to make this a trend, but she's gonna have to hang back.
Wildfire.
No, I'm kidding.
Do I have to be directly in front of the barrier in order to hit it, or can I hit it catty corner like that?
You can hit it diagonally.
Okay, yeah. If that's the case, then Wildfire is just going to flame wheel the barrier,
And that barrier will be destroyed.
Hell yeah,
Yay.
Bri.
Making this and this are only barriers. Metal Mime.
Okay. So, I'm going to try and use Psychic on the thing.
That will hit.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and declare Psychic. Didn't do so good on damage, but
Yeah, not too bad. You did 44. This thing's special defense is crazy, though. I will tell you that much.
I know this might be metagaming for Kieran to know this, but doesn't it do double since it's poison?
It does not do double because in PTU we don't do double and quadruple and octuple damage. Instead, it's going to do 1.5 times damage.
Okay, gotcha.
So super effective moves do 1.5. Double super effective does double.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
This thing is still up. It looks beat up, but it's still up.
Holy.
And now over to Rocky.
So when he used psychic that time, it pushed it, correct?
Yeah. Where would you push it?
Push.
Can I push it into his own barrier?
Well,
No,
I was
because you
thinking
can't push him.
pushed him into Rocky, and Rocky does another dynamic punch as like a follow-up combo.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
We can do that like flavor wise, but I will say like mechanically, pushing into obstacles doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Now,
Unless they're like
hear me out.
hazards.
Push him
Right.
towards the raft.
Okay. Would that work, or would that be a pull?
You can push it in any direction.
Okay, sure. I'm gonna go ahead and push him towards us then.
All right, and then Rocky, after being pushed up, is going to follow. Or after the tentacle is being pushed up, Rocky will follow through with that momentum and jump in behind with another dynamic punch. Can you give me that AC roll?
There it is. I don't need the evasion.
It's asleep. It doesn't have evasion.
Oh, that
Right,
too.
that yawn. Am I just rolling damage then?
You still have to roll to hit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we just don't apply its evasion, and that'll still hit.
Got it.
So now you'll roll your damage. 47. 47 minus defense over here, and that'll be it. It is unconscious. You're going to punch it in the back of the head, and it's going to sink into the water. It's going to leave a big splash, and you'll see the barriers are going to disappear after that. Rocky will return, and where do we go now?
Okay. Since we just cleared out that path, why not just go back the way we came? No. Let's go ahead and head north.
You'll head north, and you'll quickly see that thing was just minding its own business in its own little lagoon. You can't go any further.
Damn.
This is big sad. I'm willing to go over the whirlpool at this point.
No.
You don't want to go over the
God.
whirlpool? I kind of think it'd be
So
fun.
nervous.
It'd be fun.
I think we would die. At the same time, yes.
It's fine. What do you guys think? You guys want to go over the whirlpool, or you guys want to go over to fight the other tentacle? My
Do you
vote's
think we'll actually end up fighting him again?
I mean, we don't necessarily even need to fight it.
That's fair.
We could try to just steer around it too.
Mm-hmm. Which way do you guys want to go? There's also this other path down here.
What did they tell us we were looking for again?
The markers that will let you there's going to be a set of markers that you need to pass through, like little goalposts, pretty much.
Ooh, yeah. We should probably go south towards the unexplored area.
Okay. You want to skirt the western wall?
Sure, why not? Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go south.
All right. So you'll head south. You'll find a whole lot of nothing. It's pretty average over here. Just more rain, more waves. You want to continue south or go southeast? Go east.
May as well continue going south.
Okay, you'll go one more south, and you will find that your path forward is blocked because there's a rock in the way.
That's sad. Okay. And we won't be able to go east either because of that, right?
You could squeeze through that little passage there.
Okay.
Like that.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Let's go that way then. Okay. Go
Squeeze through.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue southeast.
Yep.
Okay. We'll head down here.
Okay. May as well go east at this point. Just try to like kind of cover more ground, chart more area. Then I'm down to keep heading east if you guys are.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
You are going to be stopped by a wall of rocks.
Big sad.
Oh,
I need to change course.
fantastic.
Okay. Let's go south. I mean, I doubt there's anything over to the south, but there might be. I don't know.
You will find the beach.
That's crazy.
He's
Yeah,
so
I figured that was the case. I was like, we would have seen it. Yeah. Okay. That's wild. Who would have guessed? All right. Let's go back the way we came, where we fought the tentacruel just a second ago. Yeah. Okay, so guys, do you think that you want to I guess there's technically a little bit more black stuff, but I don't know if that would be where we need to go. What are you guys thinking?
Not even
I
sure.
think
I don't want to make the executive decision to go over the whirlpool. I just think that would be really fucking cool. So like I just
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, I'm down to give it a shot. We got Polyrath to help push.
I don't want to be the
Using
one
the
who
oars,
costs
I'm
us
sure
the
we can
round
just.
because I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, we can try to skirt it.
okay, yeah, I like the polywhirl idea or the polyrath idea, and if we all chip in and grab the oars and stuff, we might be able to do it.
All right.
Yeah,
You're
let's
gonna get right about
Fabulous.
here at the edge of the whirlpool, and it's gonna begin pulling you in. You're gonna be drifted to the side. I need you to roll me an acrobatics check. And so it was. There's only 2 sets of oars. So which 2 people are helping Kieran?
Do the oars
I'll
act
have
with
an
our
oar.
swim speed?
No. What they're gonna do is they're gonna give half your acrobatics to Kieran's roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Jefferson's acrobatics is.
I got 6.
It's okay.
Yeah. Rise is okay as well.
Okay.
So either one of us could grab it.
Right. What is half of the 2 people's acrobatics who are helping? Which 2 are helping?
Bri will help, and are we talking about the acrobatics rank?
Yep.
Or are we talking about a roll?
Yeah, half of the rank.
Half of the rank? Okay. So half of Bri's is going to be 1.
Just 1? Okay, that puts you at 7. And who's the other person who's helping? Is it Josephine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Josephine.
Okay. What's
It's
half?
just it's also going to be 1.
All right. That'll put us in 8, which is the exact DC you needed
Hey,
to keep yourself
Let's
pushing.
go.
we did it. If there's a dead end over here, I'm gonna be like, all right, we gotta do it again.
Go back.
You will successfully move and maneuver through the path and through the whirlpool, and on the other side will be a break in the weather, and you have made
Let's
it to the
go.
end.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah,
what's
Yeah.
up.
Oh
We
yeah,
did it,
guys.
boys and gals.
You'll be led back to the beach, and you'll regroup with the other groups who participated in event 2, and they'll declare the groups who are able to successfully navigate through this event, and your group will be among those winners. And from
Hell
there, before we go any further, we're going to go ahead and end this part of the episode.